Hello, I'm Gareth Walker and I'm here for the West Yorkshire Football Show with some post-match reaction to Bradford City's victory today at home to Wycombe in Sky Bet League One. I thought that we stepped up really well today for our first game back in the third tier after 6 or 7 years away in League Two. I thought that right from the off we were at it. I thought the press was fantastic. We led from the front. Everybody was pressing as one. Wycombe, good side that have been up near the top of League One last year. We're looking at autos at one point, obviously lost in the playoffs in the end. We were boosted by the fact that their star striker, Kone, wasn't playing. He's rumoured to be going or leaving the club in this transfer window, so they've left him out because of the speculation. But they played some really good, intricate football, lots of popping it off and nice touches and flicks around the corner. They played a lot down the middle and a lot down our right-hand side. But we were the team that looked more threatening in that first half. Yeah, they played good football, but our high press was a real problem for them. Like I said, we led from the front with the front three, Poynton and Sarcevic and Humphreys. I was a little bit disappointed that Humphreys was playing down the middle. Obviously, he's said since he joined the club that he prefers to be out wide, and Barnsley fans say he's better out wide. But playing him down the middle allowed us to play Poynton on the left today. And I thought every single player in that team today was at least a 7 out of 10. Yeah, there were a couple of shaky moments in the second half when they put us under pressure, and obviously they got the goal back. And it was obviously clinging on a little bit at the end. But for the majority of the game, especially in the first half, we were fully deserving of the victory. Like I say, the first goal is absolutely fantastic work from new signing Nerfville on the right-hand side. I thought he was a man of the match today, to be honest with you. Best player on the pitch, full of energy up and down, creates lots of chances, but he can also defend and he puts a good ball into the box. And yeah, we recycle possession after the first chance is saved by the keeper. I think it's Humphreys that has the first shot, and then we recycle possession. It comes back to Humphreys. He has another shot. He's palmed out, and Sarcevic heads in the rebound, 1-0. Second goal comes down our right again. The ball's worked inside. I think it's popped off from Humphreys to Poynton, who lashes it in from the edge of the box. 2-0 after 15 minutes, and you couldn't have wished for a better start. Like I say, Wycombe had been threatening coming forward with some nice football, but when we pressed, they really struggled to cope with us. And I think when we went 2-0 up, they were a little bit shell-shocked, to be honest. And it took probably until half-time and into the second half before they sort of calmed themselves down and they then grew into the game. And obviously, they were always going to have a spell. They're a good side. But we coped with them largely well. We had one really good chance that I remember in the second half, which was actually just after Wycombe had scored, where Humphreys has a point-blank header saved by the keeper. Keeper doesn't know a lot about it, to be honest, just instinctively sticks his arm up and manages to deflect the header over the bar. But on the whole, in the first half we were the better side. I thought in the second half they were the better side. Every single player on the pitch, like I say, 7 out of 10. Sam Walker in goal made a couple of good saves in the second half. So Nerfville was man of the match. Torre was solid on his debut on the left hand side. I thought that Curtis Tilt, we saw the best and the worst of him. Really strong in the tackle. He's not going to be beaten for pace or for strength. Just might go to sleep at the odd time, which he did in the second half. But on the whole, I thought he was solid. I thought Joe Wright was excellent in the middle of the back three. Pennington didn't put a foot wrong on the right-hand side. Into midfield, I thought Power led by example. And I thought that Tommy Lee had a really good game. To say that he was playing in the middle of the park where he hasn't played for us before. He was obviously further forward when he played last year and struggled to impress. But I thought it was really solid, energetic performance from him next to Power in the middle. A little bit disappointed that Patterson's still injured, and obviously that's why Tommy Lee played. But Tommy Lee had a good game. Fair play to him. He had a good game today. And then, like I say, the front three really led the press well. Humphreys is going to be a real handful. Poynton, we know what he can do with the long shots from the edge of the box. And Sarcevic, that little bit of quality that we had last season doesn't seem to have worn off over the summer. He's still got that quality in League Two, and he was there to put the rebound in for the first goal. So yeah, every single player a 7 out of 10 and a great start to life back in League One. We go onwards to Northampton next week for our first away game. I think we might have a few players back from injury, but you're just struggling to drop anybody after today, and we've just got to try and pick up where we left off and see if we can get the away form as good as the home form's been over the last year or so. If we can do that, then we can be a real problem for teams in League One. And it's a really good start to, like I say, our first year back in the third tier. Onwards and upwards with the West Yorkshire Football Show.